Sure, I'm Mike Laidlaw, the creative director for Dragon Age Inquisition.
What are you showing new here at the EA Showcase?
Well, what we're doing is kind of giving people a chance to go hands-on with the game for, honestly, one of the first times we've ever done. Letting them run through the exploration areas, these huge kind of sprawling kind of locales for you to visit and adventure in, and then taking a deeper dive into the story and looking at how some of the story elements interact with both the open spaces and with the larger themes of the game.
What was the reception like for this game at E3?
It was pretty astonishing, actually. We came away from E3 pretty elated. A lot of awards, a lot of nominations. But I think the thing that was really most powerful for me was having a lot of fans come in that were on enthusiast sites or people that I'd kind of known over the years, and having them leave the demo and go, "Wow! Oh wow, that was so pretty!" and the thing and the stuff, and that kind of reaction is like, it's energizing as a developer. I mean, I was obviously delighted about getting the RPG of Show award as well, but I think for me the energy really comes from feeling like we're on the cusp of something special, even though we're doing some stuff that's new.
Speaking of fans, how have you worked with the games community in developing this title?
We've actually had a really good relationship with the community. We brought in some new community managers, had a lot more focus. Trying to be more transparent, I think, is the big thing. And in the early stages, we were being very active and proactive about listening to feedback. What were the major things people loved about Origins, things people loved about DA2, and vice versa, and trying to get that sense of how to make really the perfect blend. Because our goal from the beginning was to make kind of the defining Dragon Age title, one that let you say, okay, cool, I understand exactly how this plays, understand that the franchise is focused on party and companionship and teamwork and all those things that honestly you don't see a lot of these days. So by having that and having the community echo back that, yeah, those are the right priorities, made us very confident in the design.
Awesome. What role has next-gen technology played in spurring your team's creativity?
Well, I think the big thing Next Gen offers is a lot more bandwidth. It lets you do more with the world, more with the space, lets you be more populated, lets you push things a little bit further, and of course the visuals have taken yet another jump. So you mix those together and look at our move to the Frostbite engine. It's given us this opportunity to take the core of the DA gameplay with the story and the teamwork and expand that out to say, but what if you could kind of go anywhere? What if you could hop on your horse and ride that way for 10 minutes? How would that feel? And that's given us that opportunity to really push the gameplay in some new directions.
What are you personally most excited about for this game?
I think for me, I'm a combat guy. I love my tactics. I love that feel. And being able to bring back the ability to not just work as a team, but to work as like a really well-coordinated team by popping up into tactical view and being able to, plant, say, you go here, you defend that spot, you two work together this way, to use these abilities. It gives you so much more control than you've ever had, yet still feels really good when you jump back into a character and take direct control. So that kind of seamless and fluid transition between tactical mode and being able to play in action is something that I'm really jazzed about. And frankly, seeing people try to unravel the story as they play through, that's always fun.
Awesome. And how are you evolving the romantic relationships in this game?
We look at romance and that kind of relationship as part of like our larger focus, which again is party, right? We always try to have everybody work together, and our goal really is to be as inclusive to everybody in the same way that, like I said, you can play tactically or you can play in action. That caters to almost different types of gamer. We look at our romance as something that we want to be as inclusive as possible as well. And the big thing for me is to get away from, too harshly mechanical, things like, oh, we'll just keep giving you gifts until you like me. I want to get away from that kind of feel and instead make it about what you do and what choices you make and how you choose to interact with characters. And that goes beyond romance. That's friendship, really, right? What did you do? How did you treat me? How often was I around, right? Those all become questions that I think will create not necessarily, good points or bad points for characters, but people being able to tell stories of how their story played out different from someone else's. And for me, that's a pretty awesome element.